Right, we move on to step 19, and step 19, we need some more components. We need 8 of the MB2s, which are these step screws. They're 3x14. So it's a case of taking your shock, mounting your screw at the top and the bottom, and I'm going to do this the other way around if you don't mind, purely because I'm right-handed. And you collect this hole here at the top, and this hole here at the bottom. That's for the front ones. And for the rear, it's the same. This hole at the bottom and this hole at the top. So I'll do that and come back to you. So quick revisit to step 19, and I had to rethink because of these shocks didn't have what I wanted. They had either you use the 3x14mm step screw with these rubber O-rings either side of your eye for mounting. I didn't like that, so just so happens I had these these ball like little ball connector type things. I can't remember where I got them from. I think they're from another shock that came from AliExpress or something, but they fit. So that idea of using the step screw is forget. So I've managed to put these little ball connectors all the way through the eyes of each of the shocks. The front shocks are already on, and I found these these screws here. These are they're going to be 3x14 screws, and they seem to work just perfect. So I'll show you what I mean. So through the eye at the bottom, as you can see there, and again into that mounting hole at the bottom there. So I can show you there. That screws in just nicely like that. Don't need to go too mad, just hold it in place. And again, this is on the rear, so as you can see, that pops through nicely. Collect that inner hole that we want in here, and just hold it in place while you get some threads on there. And it holds the shock on. I don't know if you can get that. Holds the shock on just perfect. There you go. So I'm happy with that. So last one, and then we can call that step 19 completed. Wonderful. What a great final. What a stroke of luck. There we are. We now have our oil shocks on our TT-01E chassis. Perfect. Step 19 completed. Okay, we are now on step 20, and it's all about the steering arms. And here we have our components. We have our D11s, we have our A2s, our B1s, and of course our 3x14 step screws, the MB2s. This is quite a simple step, and the standard would be to put these A2s, which are kind of like the 850 bearings, into these carriers, the D11s, and they will basically act like your bearings of your steering. So it just so happens that part of the kit that Peter did give me, bearing sets, which you would replace these with proper bearings, which probably wouldn't be a very bad option, to be fair. Looks quite a nice option. However, I have gone one step further, and I'm going to be changing steering system with these GPM components here. So this is the TT-01E BK. BK stands for black. You can get them in different colors. So these are the TT-01 with bearings and hardware steering, and the arms that go out, the B1s here, I'm replacing those with this set, which is the TT-160 GSBEBK. Again, the TT-01 alloy complete tie rod set with screws. And I'm going to be changing those out, so I've got a little bit more tunability and a little bit more steadiness. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So you can kind of see here, these are already in place, and well, yeah, the arms go on there. So just going to put those together. It's an upgrade, but if you was to do this one, you would you'd be placing your bearings in here, or your plastic bearings, whichever you would choose. So if you're doing it the kit way, you'll be doing these like this, and then once you've got these in place, and you'll be turning them upside down so they're facing the bottom, and this bit here is the bit going away, so you get the right there, like that. And you've got here, note the direction, which is like a little dot, so they turn those that way round. And then the idea is you'll be placing one of these here and screwing that with one of the step screws, like that. And that would be your step 20 completed. Okay, we now are on step 21, nice easy step. We need 2 of our MA3s, the 3x10 self-tapping screws. We need this D4 component and the bumper, which we may have to trim at a later stage, depending on how well the chassis sits underneath the body that I've got planned for this wonderful chassis. So let's pop this on. It's a case of slipping that over those areas and taking this the right way round, and it's with these shoulders facing downwards so that they go down and into the bumper there. And yeah, that's kind of like that, holds that. And then you take your 3x10s, pop them in there like so, and screw them down. Don't go too mad, just enough just to pop them down, because yeah, you just need to finger tight it. And that is step 21 completed.